Happy Thursday, everybody. It is Cinco Squad. My name is Jonathan Sawyer with Cinco Squad. With me are my bros, of course, as always, Grandpa Jay, Pat in the Hat, Mike DeSanto, and Mr. Cinco is still in traffic.
Is he on Elon Musk's spaceship to Mars? Because that's a long traffic time, bro.
You convinced me. Keep it.
For everyone that's not wondering, we were just having a name, and we're open to ideas. We're having a conversation about name change, and we're just making jokes about this. But how's everyone?
If anybody's on right now, just send us any comments.
Anything you guys want to see on the show, just let us know.
The name should be so.
But it was a great weekend of football. How about them Eagles, baby?
Yeah, boy.
Woo! Let's go. Number one defense in the NFL.
The San Francisco Handicappers. Sorry, 49ers.
Whatever you want to call it, win's a win. That's where it goes, right? I don't care. I don't care. I've been arguing against 49er fans all week, and it's been lovely because you know why? You can argue all you want, but you're still at home while we're playing in Arizona. So it's a great weekend.
Does anybody really want to play in Arizona, though?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
No, I mean in general.
Kyler Murray doesn't. But...
Yeah.
You mean for the team?
For the team or for the
No, for the team, not for the obviously for the Super Bowl.
Other than football,
Brady right now.
Other than
Brady doesn't want to play right now.
Yeah, really.
We'll find out.
Other than football, how was your guys' weekend?
Good.
Very good.
Yeah.
There's nothing other than football, John.
I got to go see family in Jacksonville, watch the games up there.
I guess there is more than
great to see family I haven't seen for almost 4 years, and my little niece turned 7.
Happy birthday, little niece!
Yes, happy birthday, little niece.
And boys, we have a special Cinco Squad member birthday tomorrow.
Oh,
I was like, whose birthday's tomorrow? Don't put me on a big screen.
Big screen for the birthday boy.
I had no say in my birth.
Boys, shall we sing?
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Patrick. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
Feliz cumpleaños.
No remixes.
Happy birthday, but in all seriousness, happy birthday, Pat. Hope you have a great time.
Yeah, you
have a great time.
Present on Sunday, bro. That was a present delivered
it'll be even better next week.
Let's go. Yeah, in reality, my birthday used to fall right on the Super Bowl Sunday weekend, and it was the greatest time of my life.
Nice.
So Roger Goodell ruined my birthday forever.
Thanks, Roger.
This one's on you, Roger.
Pat, I got him.
Well,
I see Roger, I'll let him know. You don't suck, man.
You ruined that guy.
My friend's birthday.
Well, yes, we've had a lot to go in sports this week. The GOAT has announced again his retirement from the NFL. Official. And you know what's funny is I forgot that Gronk retired twice too.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he tweeted out at him. I'm like, oh yeah, you did retire twice, didn't you?
3 times.
Well, the first time somebody reminded me today actually that they was like, oh, you're gonna trade me? Well, guess what? I retired.
Yeah, the Lions.
Actually, psych.
That was technically 3 times.
Yeah.
But it was also a year anniversary of Tom Brady originally retiring.
Yeah, he did it a year to the day.
Yeah.
So I smell fishy.
No fishy in the.
So we got to wait 39 days in order for him to make his next.
Yep.
In an Adam Schefter tweet.
No, in all seriousness, I think he's done. He looks it. He really doesn't. He never looked comfortable all year. He never looked happy. I mean, obviously he was going through a divorce, but the team, he just never looked like he was fully there. And I think that's when you get to that elite level, you always want to be there. And I think he finally was like, I am too old for this. Like I'm not willing to go through a rebuild and whatnot. But ultimately that was more on him than anything because he didn't want Bruce Arians as a coach. So, which was their first mistake.
Sure.
Sorry, Jay.
It was the biggest mistake that they made. But it wasn't so much. I think that was just all talk about Brady didn't want him all that. Arians was tired. The guy wanted to take a back seat and enjoy some stress-free time, just being in the back room advising, and that's a much better role to play than the blame of the head coach. So,
and we all know who's replacing him.
Who?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, get out of here, man.
How Trask.
Come hell,
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
Kyle Trask will not be starting for the Bucs. I'll tell you that much.
He'll be starting in the
buy-in for a quarterback.
Hey, listen, Brock Purdy was the last quarterback drafted.
I'll take Heineke over Trask right now. So.
I mean, it wouldn't be a terrible start for a year.
It wouldn't be terrible.
Because, I mean, he actually proved himself. But after this long week and Pat going into your birthday, what you sipping on, Pat?
What you sipping on?
I'm drinking a little Yingling.
Yingling. I was surprised you're not
Eagle. It's got an eagle and it's brewed right outside Philadelphia. Do you guys see the connection here?
Yes.
Let's go, Birds.
Pat, are you an Eagles fan?
I used to be before the accident, and now I'm just fully Eagle. I got the heart of
now I'm just an Eagle.
You're not an Eagles fan. You're just an Eagle.
I am an Eagle.
I wondered why I kept stepping on eggs when I visited you.
That was you?
Yeah, sorry.
You stepping on my eggs, bro?
Actually, Mike, that would actually be.
That's why the price of eggs is going up.
Leprechauns actually hatch eggs as well. You know he has his roots in the.
That's true. Oh my God, he's a leprechaun eagle.
Damn, you pulled that myth right out. Very nice, Mike. I know you ran for your drink. What you got? What you sipping on?
So I have a special concoction tonight.
Shocker.
Concoction.
All right.
This is. No, that's not what this is.
Started with my dick.
I knew I shouldn't have let those kids subscribe.
I actually started with a Nesquik spoon, but so in this glass is a mixture of chocolate peanut butter, whiskey cream, and cold brew coffee.
Damn.
Oh, so you just don't want to sleep tonight?
I figured I couldn't take a nap earlier. Why sleep?
Bro,
like you're thinking.
hurts.
I know my stomach hurts hearing that. So we got some comments here before we move on to the other ones. We got Garrig, who is no longer to be our fan because he did this.
No, he's good. You're good.
No, he's getting the MLB. Anthony says, "What's up?
What up, Tony?
What up?"
And he says, "Brady is washed." That's how you know the younger generation doesn't understand. Monday is his birthday as well, so happy early birthday!
Yes. Happy early birthday, Tony.
Uncle Mike.
Mason Rudolph.
Is his replacement.
With a big old pen in his head.
I like Luke. Luke Oakman for Eagles for Days. Love
Luke's
it.
Up on there. There you go, Luke.
Fly Eagles. I knew you had a good cousin, Mike. Fly Eagles, fly, baby. Let's go. And then we have
Uncle Mike.
I thought he was a G-man.
Fave swimmer.
Steelers too.
Sure, that's
swimmer.
Fav swimmer.
Fave swimmer.
Fave.
Well,
thanks for commenting, guys. Thanks for
comments, guys. Keep it going. Keep it coming, guys.
You'll hear from everybody else. I keep it clean.
I am sorry for my earlier comments.
I am sorry for what they said about my drink.
Are we water tubbing tonight, bro?
I got a bang.
Water tub. What? You got a bang? Come on, bro.
Official energy drink.
So happy
of Mike Breen. Can we officially call Bang?
You said turn my mic down?
No, I'm so happy you did. They used to like.
I haven't touched it.
The Liberty Bell, also found in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
I'm seeing a lot of connections here.
Exactly. Can we officially? Oh, gee. Can we officially say that Bang is the official energy drink of Cinco Squad?
No, because I'm the only one that drinks it.
We can't promote something if they're not giving us anything. Come on.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
and Jamie, you got a shout out. Hey, Coach Jamie.
Bang.
I'm not promoting anything until
I'm guessing that's probably Ari. So what's up, Ari?
But Jay, what you sipping on?
Agua, man. That high quality H2O, son.
The official sports drink of Bobby Boucher.
I didn't have time to leave work and even get food, so I couldn't pick up a drink. So I just had to fill my bottle up with in the water tank.
But we can't see what's in it, so could be water.
The mystery.
Wonder what's in Jay's water bottle? Find out next week.
Tune in. Same
time
next week.
Same bat time, same bat.
What's behind the Nike symbol?
Yeah.
Well, that was what you're sipping on.
Yes.
And everyone has, it's always Mike's. I always call it Mike's segment because ultimately all three of us never change. But Mike is like the creative genius. He's just like, what am I doing this week?
And Let me destroy my stomach one more time.
And if for those that knew me back in college, like, I don't know if anyone would have been able to guess that.
No,
I would be the one.
You know, when they come up with a show on like guess the drink, Mike's gonna win like $1 million and be like, I told you guys this was gonna pan out one day.
Yeah, if it comes out of the candy aisle.
Maybe they'll steal our segment.
That's it, Pat. You're right. He walks down the candy aisle, like that one. Let me put it in my drink. I don't even know. All I hear is Reese's peanut butter cups, cold brew, and like chocolate syrup.
It's cold brew coffee and chocolate peanut butter whiskey cream.
Yo, Willy Wonka's gonna untap your mind, man.
Everlasting Gobstopper. I can make a drink out of that.
I can make a concoction.
Well, speaking of concoction, how did your Payme parlays do last weekend?
I got one.
You got one?
I think I called one too. I called the Missouri game, and that was a straight up win. They destroyed them.
All right. Well, we'll throw it over to Pat and Jamie here for Payme parlay, and we'll be back here soon.
Oh, nice lead up.
Nice segue. Well, boys and girls, here we are again, guaranteed to make you lose money. So whatever we say, go against it.
Take the opposite.
Actually, I think we might have some winners this week. I was undefeated 2 weeks ago, thanks to my Golden State prediction, which you went against, Mr. Pat. So, talk to me. Tell me what we got this week. What do you like? What you got?
Just one. Hitting home. I'm not even doing the numbers. I'm going money line strictly. I'm being at the game. Celtics Suns tomorrow. Take Celtics money line.
So you're going to that game, huh?
Going to that game.
I tell you what, that's a great one right there. The Suns look dreadful. They were blown out on their home court last night. Absolutely blown out. I don't know what's going on with the team. Somehow they're still like 7th in the West right now.
Yeah.
So don't ask me how, but
I don't understand it.
But the West is crazy. Like the West is really, anyway, we're gonna talk. I might talk about
bad, but they're so everyone's right there.
It's packed.
The Lakers still have a chance.
So for some reason they're saying the Wizards are 4.5-point favorites, and Dame Lillard is playing out of his mind right now. Portland's going to be in Washington tomorrow night. I love the Blazers at 4.5. I'm dumping everything if I could on one. I'm taking the Blazers at 4.5 because unless I didn't get the memo that Dame is resting, Dame will single-handedly make sure they win that game. So I like the Blazers at 4.5.
I was actually looking at that one too. I maneuvered away, but I was looking at that. I'm going college basketball for the second one.
We're going into the same line. I like college too. What we got
tomorrow? Boise State, San Diego State.
Okay.
San Diego State coming off a loss. I'm going Boise State +7.
Did you say San Diego?
San Diego. Fuck
nice.
San Diego.
Well, I know it's going to be a tough one, but Tennessee just stank it up at Florida. And for some reason, the number 2 jinx stays alive. And they look like half the team they are, but they're a different team at home. And they got Auburn to come into town. Auburn's a great team. Auburn's athletic. They're a top 25 team. But Tennessee is in a situation where they have to bounce back and prove that they're not a chimp. And 2 losses in a row will not look good on their resume, even though Auburn's a top 25 team. I'm loving Tennessee at home. I think they definitely bounce back and get the win. It's going to be a close one, though, so I'm just taking them straight up.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw this. There is no line on the Sixers-Spurs game.
I saw. I don't know why you're not cutting one. Is it because everybody's resting? Like, did we not get the memo on that or something?
Oh man, maybe. Shit.
You know how Embiid and Harden can take some games.
Yeah,
off,
but how can they do that when they're the hottest team behind the Celtics right now?
I know they really.
How can they do that?
Incredible ball right now.
Now that you said the resting thing,
yeah,
I'll still do it. The Spurs are atrocious. I'm going Sixers money line, whatever it is. It's Sixers win money line.
Well, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. I'm going across the pond. Take us to England. It's the Premier League. You got Arsenal going up against Everton. Everton, normally you find like teams play inspired when they change they have a new manager and they're playing for their lives and they need a point or else they might get relegated. Arsenal's going to roll. Last time these teams played, Arsenal won 5-1. Ain't happening. Give me Arsenal again this week. Love them to win. Love them to stay on top. You guys might not know who the hell I'm talking about, but if I have anybody in there who's a Premier League fan, take Arsenal over Everton. Everton stinks. Let's take it back to the studio. Yeah,
we need sound bites.
John,
I know what I'm talking about.
Mikey, John, show me a little love for my pick across the pond. Tell me what you guys love and what do you hate about our picks this week.
So, Pat, you're taking Boise State +7.
Yes.
And then the Sixers.
18.5 the other way anymore.
All right, that was kind of wild, but it was fun. It was fun to pick that though.
Yeah,
big number.
76ers.
I thought it was like 12.
76ers.
76ers to win outright. Just money line.
Who are they playing?
Spurs.
The Spurs.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
Spurs are atrocious.
I don't know, Mikey. What do you think?
Let's see. Okay, so we've got Celtics take the money line and Celtics Suns. Portland +4.5 over the Wizards.
Give Portland 4.5.
Give Portland 4.5. Boise State +7 over San Diego State. Tennessee over Auburn straight up. Arsenal over Everton straight up, and the Sixers over the Spurs straight up.
Mm-hmm.
These are all actually pretty good.
These are pretty good. The one I think I would kick is probably Tennessee over Auburn, given how bad they looked.
But they're great at home. They haven't lost at home yet this year.
I know, but
comeback too.
15-0 at home.
Well, everybody's due then.
America loves a good comeback.
The bill comes due at some point. This might be it.
I
don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna take that one. I think Auburn comes in. They're playing good basketball right now. I watched them the other night, and they're looking like it. They're looking like a powerhouse.
Well-oiled.
I'm mad. You know I don't like that ugly orange, so I don't care much for a Tennessee bet. So forget Tennessee.
So on the opposite side of everything that me and Jamie pick, also throw in Tennessee if you want. That's how we're gonna play that one. They're all good. Yeah, they're all good.
The opposite. All right, so we got Arsenal over Everton. We got Philly straight up over the Spurs. We got 4.5. Take Portland at 4.5.
Take Boise State at 7.
+7. And then the final one we're going with is Boston on the money line or Boston points?
Money line.
Money line.
All right. So there you have it, folks. That's our Pay Me Parlay for the week.
Tune into our Instagram page soon after our show here tonight, and you'll be able to see all the money line, the parlay there, so you guys can bet.
Pay me parlay.
Pay me parlay. I gotta get a little soundboard so I can record that.
Soundboard.
You know we have to get. You know the Lil Wayne, the "I'll make it rain, I'll make it rain." If we can get that, if we could get the rights, that'd be perfect. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, how'd you guys do last week, though?
You already asked us.
Both of us.
I know. I didn't listen. I'm sorry.
We were 2-3.
Then why did you ask the question?
We're 2-3.
I don't know.
2-3. No, 3.
How was your day?
2 actually. 3-2.
2-2.
3-2. I think I won 2 and lost 1.
Bad for your wife every time, John.
Okay, so of the total 6, you went.
Feel bad for yourself too.
Yeah.
Well, remember we dropped 1, so we're 3 for 5.
Love you too, Pat.
Hey man,
why do these guys have their own conversation all the time?
I don't know. Jay, you and I just
doing a
figured
show
this
here,
out,
guys. Cheese on bread, man. Come on.
Tune in to Mine and John podcast.
PB&J.
Good.
That's what Mike's drinking.
That'd be PB and Grandpa J. Put some respect on it, bro. PB and Grandpa J.
Oh, man.
This was
All right.
if I PB&J sandwiches.
John, put the cigar down, bro.
You do it.
Sorry.
I don't.
Sorry.
Cigar.
Not a big Cali guy.
I went to a cigar bar actually this weekend for our anniversary, and when we were away for our anniversary, and they had like a vintage room, and I texted you guys this. They had a Mike Ditka signed box that was it was Monte Cristos, and they were it was $300 for the dozen of them. But it was like autographed by Mike Ditka. It had 89 in the corner. It was orange and blue, of course, for the Bears. But it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah,
apparently Ray Lewis used to go into that same one. And he had his in that room. And when you bought it, you got a signed football, which actually was pretty sweet.
That's sweet. That's awesome.
That's worth it.
Yeah, for real. I would have
Who's
definitely
bought.
Huntley.
Tyler Huntley.
Pro bowler Tyler Huntley.
Pro bowler.
Pro
Tyler
Bowl
Huntley.
quarterback Tyler Huntley.
Can we let a Mike Ditka go without saying the Bears?
The Bears
Ditka.
are not in the playoffs.
But we will
Might be
soon
on the
talk
rise,
about
though.
whether they may be in a big game. We'll see what you guys do in one of our segments to come. But
Ooh, foreshadowing. Go
What?
on.
Okay. The show's over. Thanks for showing up.
This is off the rails.
we're not getting to
man.
that
I love
football
it.
talk yet.
I
We're
love
getting
it.
into some football talk that's maybe more relevant of a topic after seeing that great game last week between what
Yeah,
might
I
be
mean-
the best quarterbacks in the AFC for a long time to come.
And this is from our buddy Mike, who came up with this.
This is my idea.
Get him, homie.
Will Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow be the next Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady? What'd you think it meant? Jackson?
You clarified the Mahomes for me. I appreciated that.
Mahomes.
Jackson Mahomes. Who dances better?
Mahomes.
Jackson Mahomes be the next Peyton Manning.
Is his real name
Yeah.
Billion Mahomes? Will Mahomes?
Can we?
Will Mahomes.
That game was a very, very good game. I think, Cincinnati poked Kansas City a little too much before the game. I enjoyed the trash talking, but I mean,
Burrow had one too far.
Eli Apple got roasted all game long, and he was talking the most snaz.
Man,
shut your mouth and know your place, jabronis.
Imagine being the team that drafted him.
I know.
I love Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce in his podcast this week's like, Jason asked him, he goes, did they even interview? He goes, no, Jim Nance just had to say something. So I said something.
I mean,
great way to say it.
Taking a page out of the rock right there.
I was going to say, pulled out the rock.
Vintage
But
rock.
it was a great game. It was a great game all around. I mean, Patrick Mahomes keeps showing why he's the next elite why he is the top quarterback in the league is because he's able to do things. They said he had on that final run, that was the fastest he's ran since he's been in the league. That's on a hurt ankle.
Well, that's what you call I have to will myself through.
Correct.
Team,
Correct.
Right? And that's when the adrenaline just went through the roof. I tell you what, to me though, the best throw in that game was early on when the Bengals 4th and 6 at the 50, and Burrow puts it up there, and Chase goes up about 2 stories in between 2 defenders.
Oh, bro, that was sweet.
That was the best throwing
That
ball
was
in the whole game.
sweet.
So that's the debate, right? Like it's between who can throw the better ball. Mahomes can make every throw, but man, Joe Burrow can put that ball in there.
Two elite quarterbacks,
yeah.
And honestly, no offense to any Bills fans, but it's definitely the 2 top in the league are Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson?
Who?
Lamar?
Who?
Lamar Jackson. Tyler Huntley?
It's Jalen Hurts, I said.
Pro
Jalen
Hurts.
Tyler
I'm okay with Hurts
Huntley.
at 3. I'm saying Jackson over Allen at 5. At 4.
Oh, yes. I just think that like it's just so fun to watch those 2 go at it. Yeah. And the amount of talent, like the one throw he had with I think it was Higgins in the corner. That was perfectly placed.
Well, Higgins is also a weapon too, man.
Correct.
Even Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco, shout out Cinco Squad. He even said, "I can't get to the high point like he does."
Oh, that'd be so fun.
The one to Hayden Hurst was good too.
So I mean, I just think those two are it's just so fun to watch them play, and like I think Joe Burrow has taken his game to even another level this year, and it's really fun to watch. I mean, I said it to you guys a bunch of times. It's been really, really fun to watch him play, and the way he, can read a defense now. He can really just tear apart a game, and even a great defense like Kansas City. He was able to
I want to use the word great.
Well, here's the thing, right? Of all the quarterbacks,
Chris Jones.
Remember, I'm Grandpa Jay.
Yes.
The way that Joe Montana stays so composed under every situation, that sort of just cold. It doesn't matter attitude. Like he gets it done no matter the pressure and situation. It never looks to phase him. That's as Joe Montana-esque as I've seen since Joe Montana. Nobody, to me, keeps it that cool. You never see him he only gets fired up after the game in the locker room, and he's celebrating with his boys.
He only fires that cigar off
to 0-0 on the clock. He is just one even keel, cold-blooded killer. That's what I love about him. He just has that assassination, cold-blooded look to him.
You can even kind of say that he's progressed like Mahomes too. Like when
I
Mahomes
agree.
started being the starter, he couldn't read the defense either. He was just playing ball.
Yeah.
Now Burrow's progressing to the same spot he is, get into AFC championships like he is. Kind of sucks that he's running into his mirror image, basically leading a team like he does.
Yeah.
But these two guys are fun to watch in AFC championships, similar to Peyton and Brady. The numbers aren't there. The way they play the game's a lot different than Peyton and Brady, but it's fun to watch the level of competition that they bring to the field. It's very, very simple.
And the games are always
the Bengals would have won in overtime if that game went to overtime.
I don't think so. I think the Chiefs were just rolling that game. I think they had a lot of momentum going into that final drive. Yeah. I do see why you say that because they had a couple opportunities before that drive, and they got pretty much stood still 3 and out.
The Chiefs made more plays,
right,
that impacted the game.
And I think
throughout the game, I think the Chiefs would have won anyhow.
But I see what you're saying, Jay, because ultimately they lost 3 of their receivers. They lost a key defensive player, and McCole Hardman's out for the Super Bowl now.
Yep.
No,
but
I thought. Well,
Andy Reid just said probably not going to be there.
Oh, okay. I thought he said he's out. Okay.
Now we can't discredit Josh Allen because if this had gone to overtime, that would have been 3 AFC Championship games in a row that went to OT. Right. And I want to take it to Mike here to see how he feels about. Should we dismiss Josh Allen? Like, how do you feel about this, Mike?
I don't know so much about dismissing Josh Allen as a contender within the AFC. I definitely think that Mahomes especially, and I think at this point Burrow, are better quarterbacks than Josh Allen simply because of decision-making. Josh Allen has all the talent in the world and potential to be able to compete with these guys. It's just we saw him at various points this year, especially that Jets game in the regular season, where the decision-making just wasn't there because, as we've said on countless episodes in the past, he plays hero ball. And that's the way the Bills' offense is designed, is for him to play hero ball. Try to make the big throws, and the thing is at this point, it's also kind of an issue still of what came out of the draft that makes the difference between these 3 guys. Is we saw Mahomes and Burrow on like 3rd and 1 go for the deep pass because they knew they had it. But they had it. Allen's biggest knock coming out of the draft was his accuracy. He had all the arm strength and to make those throws and put the deep balls. But outside of Stephon Diggs, there's not another guy on there that can just go get the ball.
Davis?
That can consistently go get the ball.
Gabe Davis.
But when you think about
he's not consistent.
Pat, when you think about the trios, and I was going to go off Mike's point there. When you think about the trios in the NFL, Buffalo's trio isn't even top 15.
Not even close.
Not even close. Like when you think about it, I mean,
No,
I
totally
So
agree
who's
with that.
that?
Oh,
three?
yeah, okay, yeah.
Who's that 3?
I
Is
think
it
Gabe
Knox?
Davis is a solid 3 or 4 receiver,
But
but
he's
they
supposed to
need
be
to
that
go
2.
get what?
He's supposed to be that 2. That's why.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
They need a run.
And Knox realistically is not even in the top 10 in tight ends in the league. He may be a great blocking tight end, but the Bills did nothing in the offseason to help their offense.
They
really didn't.
Here's the difference between Allen's build compared to Burrow and Mahomes, though, is Sean McDermott is a defensive coach. He's going to want to win close games. Burrow and Mahomes have offensive-minded coaches who just want to build that and go. Oh, fuck,
that's a good point.
Trademark that.
Point, right? I mean,
I don't know how.
the longevity of Peyton and Brady playing each other. It was 17 times they played each other, and I think it was like 7 or 8 times in the playoffs. And we could we attribute that to the fact that the partnership that Brady had with the coach that made sure they kept getting back there, as well as Peyton having great coaching. Do we think that Zach Taylor and, of course, Andy Reid, his resume, that 10 championship games, 2 Super Bowls,
ridiculous.
That pedigree is spoken for itself. Do we think that the coaching as well and the combo of the coaches and the quarterback is why we're going to keep seeing this matchup? Is it coach? Is it just player or is it player and coach?
Well, look at it. I mean, like they both have great OCs. Bieniemy is a great OC, and then I forget who the Bengals are. They're great, and I think Zach Taylor is an offensive-minded coach.
Yeah.
So McDermott lost. And remember, McDermott lost his OC to the Giants.
Yep. And I think
which was the mindset.
That hurts, and I think you see it with the Bills too. You lost Dable. You could see the regression in the offensive play calls this year.
And you could see like the progression from the Giants standpoint.
No, I will never say that.
You could.
Daniel Jones looked like a real quarterback.
So
15 games.
I will say, shout out Empire State Building for turning green for the
top 10.
That was cute.
Can we give him top 10 now?
Top who?
Oh,
Daniel Jones.
No, what the?
What?
11,
12,
11,
20,
32,
20,
33.
I'll take
Right
Josh. He's right in front of. He's right behind Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
No.
You said, look, we said the 5.
Yeah,
we said the 5 guys, right? Hold on. We said the 5, right?
Yeah, you guys all pronounce Daniel Jones really weird.
Relax. You still have Aaron Rodgers over him.
Loser.
Right? Stop. Aaron Rodgers, you will take Aaron Rodgers over him. Come on, stop it. You will.
What are you saying? Like
I was shaking my head. Hold on.
If they're ranking top 10, we said our 5 already, right? We said
okay.
Burrow, Hurts, Allen, Jackson, however you want to flip-flop, right?
Yeah.
Then we're going to take Rodgers at 6 because he should still be in the conversation.
Fine.
We can't dismiss him. He hasn't retired yet,
Fine.
right? And then this is an interesting debate, right? Like who really stands out all of a sudden? Matthew Stafford, when healthy, he should be 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kenny Pickett.
Okay. Stop it.
I would take Pickett over.
Get out of here.
Yep.
I'll take Pickett over. I'll take Pickett.
No.
Pickett is definitely going to be better than Daniel Jones.
Hold on, relax.
Yep.
I know you guys are going to hate this.
Now.
I know you guys are going to hate this.
Yes.
But Dak Prescott, 8, 9, maybe? No?
No.
I mean, you got to put him in 9.
Yeah.
You got to make him a top 10. I mean, he's been solid in the regular season, just the playoffs.
He's consistently losing in the playoffs, which means he's made it to at least the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Justin Herbert has to be in there.
Of
Justin
course.
Herbert's in there.
Herbert.
If he's 8, Dak's 9.
Kyler Murray, if he's not playing,
is Daniel Jones
10?
10? So is Daniel Jones 10?
No, Kyler Murray, when he's not playing Call of Duty, he's in
out
there.
of here, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Tyler's.
All right, I was like slightly joking.
Okay. I got one that's ahead of him. Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
I go Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, so Daniel Jones is 11.
11.
No.
Who else he taking?
Kenny Pickett.
He's taking Russell Donkey.
Kenny Pickett wasn't the starter for his own team consistently.
Yes, he was.
No,
Since
he
week
wasn't.
4.
No,
He got the job, yeah.
Yeah, he was. Week 4.
Yeah,
he got the job.
Injured. He got injured.
Win the
Trubisky
job.
came in.
He got the
Russell Wilson with Sean
He
Payton.
got the job because the guy ahead of
I'll
him
take
sucked,
Russell
not because
Wilson.
He was better.
What about?
Yes, he was better.
Oh, Jared Goff.
He was a young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's better than Mitchell.
I'm sorry, which quarterback went to the playoffs this year?
Okay. I
Jared
mean,
Goff.
Won a playoff
Which one
game?
got smoked?
Jalen Hurts.
Fine. I'm not debating that.
Jalen Hurts.
All right. Hey,
Geno Smith made the playoffs.
let's save that for another time.
Geno Smith. Geno Smith looked great this year.
Yeah, he didn't win a playoff game though, did he?
He didn't.
He did it. Brock Purdy
Jones did.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Okay, maybe Brock Purdy. I'll take Brock Purdy over Daniel
Yeah,
Jones.
Brock Purdy.
I will. I think Daniel Jones. I think Brock
I'll
Purdy
take all three of
is going to
Niners-
be an NFL starting
all
quarterback.
three of the Niners quarterbacks over Daniel.
Every season,
And the two on the practice
Josh
squad.
Thompson.
Guys, my
And
blood
McCaffrey.
pressure right now is going up
McCaffrey.
Played in a
40
conference
per
championship.
minute.
And McCaffrey.
Let's
Okay.
go on, let's go on.
Okay, Brock Purdy's going to be an NFL starting quarterback. At least 32 guys every year.
33, Tyler Huntley.
At least 32 every season will be NFL starting quarterback.
Yeah, but I said he's going to be a top 10 quarterback. That's what I'm saying.
Gonna be.
He was this year. Hands down.
Okay,
He was better than Daniel Jones. 100%.
this year, yes. I'm gonna
Yes.
still take Daniel Jones over him.
Of course you
Over
would.
who?
It's your
No.
quarterback.
No,
You're about to
because I've
pay him a
actually seen
boatload
Daniel-
of money.
I've actually
You're
seen
gonna
Daniel
pay him.
Jones be a starter for more than X amount of games.
I mean, he's 8-0.
He has one good year. One good year. Look at you, Giants fans.
One
Hey,
good year.
Jimmy
It's got
G
better
had
every
one
season.
good year,
One
followed by
look.
another good year.
One look.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about the true champion. Jalen Hurts is the best. No,
Yet going into the season,
So-
most Eagles fans said Jalen Hurts isn't the answer.
Aha. Ding, 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 ding.
I
do
admitted
recall
that, so-
myself.
I admitted that. So,
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I'm just
but
saying.
he is.
I'm just saying. Okay, fine. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying.
I mean, you're not saying anything I haven't said before.
Ladies
He
and gentlemen,
proved us
notice
wrong.
how bitter we
He
get.
proved us wrong. Like, right, like,
Daniel Jones
and now he's a
is
top.
nothing.
Now he's a
Can't
top 3
recognize someone
quarterback.
that actually had-
Meanwhile, I don't have a quarterback in the game anymore.
True, you don't.
Kyle Trask.
I'm
So-
telling you, Jimmy Garoppolo.
not to only just talk about
Did he freeze?
the Chiefs and Bengals game. We gotta talk about the.
Freeze. I think I'm the only one that didn't freeze there, unless
Yeah.
I did freeze. But that was.
We got to talk about the Eagles and Niners game, and ultimately, yeah, it was an ass whooping. I mean, but I hate the fact that they're demeaning our loss and I've gotten in so many arguments with people. And yes, of course, losing your starting
Why-
your
why
two
are you
quarterbacks.
talking to those people, though?
Mikey, was this a topic of discussion for this?
Yes, it is mine.
Week? Was this a topic of discussion?
I added it.
Can these
Listen.
Eagle fans just take their win
To
and not
be-
have to debate why? What
to
you
be-
won, bro? Chill. You're in the Super Bowl. Come on.
To be fair,
No,
we-
I'm not even a part of this. I'm telling John not to even engage.
There.
in the
Stop it.
Eagles
Get rid of
game.
it. Get rid of that nonsense.
All I gotta say is the fact is you can't demean a season in our top defense in the
You're
country.
best regular
'cause fuck
season
'em. That's
team.
why.
You're playing the best football of any team in
Aggress.
the playoffs on
Yes.
both sides of the ball. All right,
Well-
so you're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. What more do you want, bro?
I want
The
one
fucking
Chiefs fan
Super
to
Bowl.
put a jersey on the Rocky statue. Then I'll feel comfortable. Because you don't fuck with Rocky.
As long as Well, as we're talking about quarterbacks, as we're talking,
it was like 2 degrees outside.
By the way, I just
For like about
I just
10
want to point
minutes.
out we didn't actually answer the question.
what?
Is
What
it
was
the
the
next? Is Mahomes and Burrow the next Brady? And
Oh, I answered
Yes.
it. I said
Yeah.
yes.
The answer is
Yeah, because I think the teams are
Okay.
built for longevity. They're all young,
I
and
figred we agreed,
know,
but I just wanted to get
I
the
think they
first
should all
answer
change their
out.
names anyhow. We should just consecutively have a Payne and a Brady play every AFC championship. I would love to see it.
Can we?
that'd be
Okay.
fucking
Just
awesome.
really fuck with historians
Can
of
we-
the game.
Tom Brady.
Like, how did they play for 50 years straight? This is crazy.
Then if we're gonna do that, because I'm totally on board with that. Can you just do me one favor,
No.
please?
What?
Can we just sprinkle in an Eli Manning every so often when a Tom Brady makes it?
Yes, we can.
No.
Thank you.
He earned that.
He doesn't even have to be a giant. I just want.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm
speaking
on
about quarterbacks in the Super Bowl,
Can't spell elite.
when we talk about quarterbacks making it to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
who will get there first? Justin Herbert, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, or Tua Tagovailoa?
Tagovailoa.
So, who do you guys think?
Well,
I mean,
the hips don't lie. That's his name.
who's
I
who's?
think
I mean,
Mikey-
I think they're
Mikey's gonna choose the only one to choose one person's name, right? And I have a feeling that he's gonna go one way. And all week, I think he's gonna go this way. Mikey,
Mike, who you got? Who you got?
which way you leaning?
Oh God, now I feel a little bit of pressure that I'm being
That's
wrong.
a lot of pressure.
I know. Look, it's. I think they all have a good.
Now he's second guessing.
They're all on. I think they're all on teams that are in fields.
All of them.
Hold on. That are improving. Although the Bears kind of.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't even say that.
There's nowhere for the Bears to go. But honestly, I'm going to trust my gut here. I'm going to say the first one of the four of them to win a Super Bowl is going to be Trevor Lawrence.
That's what I picked.
Is that who you're thinking, Jamie?
Nope.
Ooh.
You probably thought I was going with Herbert.
Yep.
Yeah. Really?
See, as far as current talent, that may be the most conventional pick, but honestly, I think the Jaguars are set up better than of all the four teams. I think the Jags are set up the best to make a run.
They're young. Okay. They're not. I mean, remember next year they got Calvin Ridley coming in.
True. I always forget.
And I forgot about that. Like her,
for 2 years and not playing football. Great addition.
Well, just one, right?
Two.
Yeah, just one.
No, was he out the year before?
Oh wait,
did he tear his ACL? Personal year.
Huh? He took a push.
He decided not to play or something.
Pat, who are you taking, Pat?
Oh, it was the year before that. It was 2020. He sat out because of COVID.
Pat, who are you taking?
All right. So this question comes down. Fields, get out of here. The Bears are terrible. It really does come down to, for me, Herbert and Lawrence, and Tua's like right below under him. All right. So that's where we start. And now I'm going to say Justin Herbert plays for the Chargers. They have a way of just shitting themselves in the playoffs. Trevor Lawrence, I like what you're saying, Mike. I think they got the team, defense, offense, coaching. I think they could be right there out of these four that could put Trevor Lawrence into the Super Bowl. Don't all talk at once. Keep going.
Okay.
I like the pick because ultimately the Jaguars are a very young team. They're very and they got Dougie Peterson. Come on now. Dougie P. But I mean, I think they all buy into his system. They're young. They have a lot of talent coming back, and they still have high draft picks. So I think they have a lot of opportunities to grow and continue to grow on what they did this year. And remember, they only lost by 7 to the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and they played them down.
But it was a turnover that shouldn't have happened.
And true.
Young mistakes of a young team.
Young mistakes. Yep.
Right.
But they're the only team out of these four with a quarterback that has a coach that actually won a Super Bowl too.
Correct. But if we look at the trend of what's been happening, there have been a lot of first-time coaches in the Super Bowl over the past 5 years. Probably more than any other time, not named Belichick, right? apart from that one against the Rams, it's been first-time coaches with every other team.
So Jay, who you got?
Well, you would think I'm going to lean to Herbert because I like the hire at offensive coordinator, and I love what the Jags are doing. It's a great hire, and John doesn't think so, but I love what the Jags are doing. The problem. And I don't think Tua is going to stay on the field long enough for Tua to get to a Super Bowl. He can't last the season. So
I was going to say that,
Tua's fourth on this list for me. Herbert and Lawrence have to beat Mahomes or Allen or Burrow, and I don't know if they can beat two of them in 1 year. So that's why here's my very random prediction of why it's Fields, because Fields won't be in Chicago when he makes the Super Bowl.
Correct. That was my pick.
You guys are wild, man.
You took my pick.
Yeah.
Is that happening this year?
So he could go to the AFC too and face.
Who
will get there first? It's not this year, bro.
Not a chance, because I don't know if Lawrence or Herbert can beat Mahomes and Allen and Burrow if they have to beat all three or two of them in a row to get.
Yeah, but what if Fields goes to an AFC team?
So
Huh?
Fields definitely won't be in the AFC. Fields will be in one of two places. He'll be in New Orleans or he'll be in Tampa.
Right.
And he could win in either place.
When I say this year, I mean is Fields getting moved this year?
Yes.
I think so.
By the draft.
Yeah.
You think that's the route they're going to go? They're going to trade him and
From all the trends that I've heard through ESPN that I watch every day.
They're not doing it.
They can say it all they want, but I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Well, they have to play. They have to play
the
that.
trend.
They're not going to play that hand right now before the draft. They're not going to play that hand.
But John's saying he's seeing trends, but the team.
But no, the trend. No, everything I've heard.
How can
I just
you see
heard
trends.
What?
How can you see trends?
It's
when
not.
the team is saying we're not doing it.
I was going off.
Wait, so John, I thought you said you have Herbert. You have Fields?
No, I have Fields. Because I don't think he's going to be on the Bears either. That was my pick. I think he's going to be on a different team this year. I don't know who, but I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think any of them make.
He could make the Texans.
Justin Fields?
Yeah, or the Colts. Like you guys don't see him being traded there. Teams
no, because I think those are the teams that are going to want to draft instead.
Yeah, I see a trade somewhere in those 4 picks. I agree
have
with you.
A lot of picks.
If anything, I can see the Colts going for him. I think they really want CJ Stroud.
Oh man, what if he went to the Patriots? What if they move on with Mac Jones?
I think they really want Will Levis.
That's
Who?
right.
The Jets.
They
The Jets
really
hold
want
you.
Will Levis.
Colts.
Yep.
Everything, all the rumors and stuff I've heard.
No, I was saying
everything
the
I've seen about Will Levis is he sucks. No NFL team wants to touch him.
What?
He's a projected top 10 pick.
Bro, where did you hear that?
Who cares?
Where are you guys seeing this shit?
Bro, do you know
There's
who has
so
him as his
many. There's
number
so
one?
many scouts saying
All the draft analysts.
They're hang on, chill. They're disappointed that he's not going to the Senior Bowl or the Shrine Bowl.
Yeah, need to.
Well, they're disappointed that he's not going.
Yeah, need to. Malachi Jr. has him as the standout quarterback.
Oh yeah, because he's been right a lot.
Of course he has.
No, he's not.
It doesn't matter what he's projected. I mean, we've seen a lot of 10 projected
He
picks.
put 3 quarters.
Jamarcus Russell. Jamarcus Russell. Like, come on now.
I'm not saying
When
he's
he
good.
played
I'm
the
saying where he's
first-time
going to be
offense, he had 28
just saying.
touchdowns and 6
I don't know.
You guys
I don't
are
trust him.
discrediting a lot. There's
No,
a lot of
I'm with you,
opportunities.
Pat.
The biggest thing is I think Fields stays
Yeah.
and they trade out of that pick.
Interesting. Interesting.
But you think
Why
they're
would
going to
you
trade
not
out
have
of the
the
pick?
trend
The
of-
number 1 pick? They're going to trade out of
Why
it?
would they move on from Fields when they just
Why would they not just
established-
get a
Why would they not get a legit-
hang
a
on, let me
legit
finish.
defensive-
Let me finish.
Mhm.
Why would they move on from Fields when they have this pick they can trade out, build up the defense, and they just created a playbook for Justin Fields and it looked like it was working? Why would they move on from him?
There is some elite players on defense coming out though. Like, why would you give up that opportunity?
Yeah, there's not really a
That's what Pat's saying.
Yeah, that's
Why
what I'm
would
saying. Move
you're
on
agreeing
from
with
first
them?
pick and
no.
No, you said they're going to
I'm saying-
trade out of the number
Yeah,
one pick.
why
It's
would
like,
they
why
not
would they
keep
give
the
that
first
number one
pick?
pick up and not get the best defender in the draft?
No, he said he
Trade
doesn't.
back and get more picks because they need a lot more work than just one guy.
Yeah, but
Right.
they have the first pick in every round, almost.
So they
yeah. There's
they
not
get more
really
picks.
They got 2
They have
picks in the
to-
first round.
You're
They
saying
have to
take maybe
rebuild
2
the
first
entire
rounders
defense.
over the best possible defensive
Excuse
player
me.
in the draft. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me to take 2 other players that may not be the best defender in the draft. Why not go get the best guy in the draft? If you're going to keep your quarterback, why not get another guy
Because
that's
he might be there later.
So what Pat's saying, hold on,
Will
Jay.
Anderson.
Hold on.
He might be
I know what he's saying. Trade it to a team that wants a QB.
No, he's
Yeah.
no. He's not saying trade it to. He's basically
Yes,
saying
I am.
trade. No, let me finish. He's basically what Pat's saying is trade back to get maybe 2 or 3 picks. Some team that has 2 picks in the first round.
Right.
I don't know who has 2 picks. I'm looking at it now. I'm just scanning through it. I can't, really tell who's got 2 picks in the first round right now. But
Who has the rights to the Rams pick?
the Lions
Yeah.
From the Stafford.
So they're going to get a number 4.
5. All right, there's 6.
Look out for the Lions.
6.
We should have put Jared Goff on this list.
I did. Oh, not this list.
This list.
The Daniel Jones list I put Goff
Yeah, the
on.
Daniel Jones list. Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, I think I really just think Fields is going to get traded. I don't know why, but everything at the end of the
Wild,
season.
man.
I mean,
He's
if it
the
happened,
only guy on that team.
I don't agree with it.
I don't
for
get
for
it.
his sake though. The way they ran him at the end of the year, it scared me for RG3 What Washington did to RG3.
Mhm.
That just kind of like for his longevity of career. I hope it happens. If
the
that's
next team's not going to do that, I mean, we got Lamar Jackson.
not like
if
a
he has
team.
the weapons in Tampa. Why would they run him all the time?
Well, they're trying to get weapons.
Jamie.
Not to mention, there's almost
I see what you did there. Now.
all of the teams he might go to all probably have better offensive lines than Chicago does.
100% correct.
The Texans.
I'm just saying,
he's not gonna do
Justin
it, though.
Fields is once in a
Well, they got a
lifetime
good left
quarterback.
tackle.
If the Bears trade him, a known commodity, they're stupid.
Mhm.
But they are the Bears, so they are stupid. So
He
There we are.
does.
Not
the
Bears.
Well, so we
Next
all so
topic.
Pat and Mike have Trevor Lawrence, and me and Jay have Justin Fields, and no one has Justin Herbert. Or
Who's
Tua.
the most ready to win? But
the team's
Well,
most
they're
ready.
the Chargers.
yeah, and they're always going to be in the wild card position because I don't see them being ahead of the Chiefs or
Right.
even like or
Or-
the newly revamped Denver Donkeys. I mean,
Yes, the Broncos.
Oh.
now.
Here's another team. Maybe the Raiders get Justin Fields for your guys'
True.
script line.
Supposedly they're supposedly going to cut Derek Carr.
He's cut.
He's definitely gone. He's
He was
definitely
just
gone.
in a
It just
promo
depends
saying,
on
"I'm
what.
playing somewhere else."
It just depends on if they're trading him or cutting him.
Yeah.
Which either, I mean, I would trade him, but I mean, that's
He already
that's
sold
me.
his house.
I guess there's only one thing left
I
to
don't
say.
know that for sure.
Broncos country. Let's ride.
yes, right.
All the way to the golf course.
yes.
Well,
Cancun on 3.
talking about rest and to golf course,
All the Broncos rests.
we're going to switch it over to NBA, and this is a topic that I had this week, and I just wanted to like bring it up because there's been a lot of talks about this load management in basketball.
I got
And should NBA teams stop using load management for their players in the sense of back in like the 90s and 80s, there was no such thing as this. If you were good to play, you played. If you didn't, okay, well, why? What are you not playing for? You're not a team player back then. Now guys are taking nights off. An instance happened down here in Miami. I mean, everyone saw the story of the young kid from Argentina, came here with his family, wanted to see Jimmy Butler play, had a sign up. Basically, they said the usher comes down and says he's not playing tonight. He's not even here. Kid drops the sign in disbelief.
He's not even in the arena.
He wasn't even in the arena.
No.
Drops the sign and is like in distraught. So basically, Gabe Vincent calls the kid down, gets him a signed ball, gets him a jersey. But then the next day, Jimmy Butler gets the family's contact information, calls them, takes them on a tour of the arena, the locker room, everywhere, and basically, hangs out with the kid for the day. But in realistic, that's all good and all, and good for Jimmy Butler for doing that. But realistically, the kid wanted to see you play. He didn't want to see you, take him. It was great that you got to spend time with him, but you want to see him play. Like you're going to the Celtics and the Warriors, and what is something
Suns.
that you said? Oh, Suns.
Suns.
And one of the, I thought you said Dubs. My bad.
Los
Um,
Suns.
Oh no, okay. I see where it went wrong. I see where it auto corrected.
So, and the biggest thing is like a lot of people are paying a lot of money to go into these games to see these players. Like if you go see the Suns, you expect to see Devin Booker or even Jason Tatum play. And if you get there and all of a sudden Jason Tatum's not playing because of load management, that's
gonna be
bullshit.
sad. I'm crying on TV, and I want a tour of TD Garden.
Bring a sign.
Yeah, I'm ready.
and drop it in disbelief.
But it does suck because you know what? No other sport is like this. Hockey's not, baseball's not. NFL definitely isn't. If you're good to play, you play. Like, so it just doesn't make any sense to me why they're doing this for this when you're charging astronomical prices for these tickets. I tried to go to a Heat game and it was Heat versus Kings and it was like $220 a ticket, but it was all the way up in the third deck. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm watching on my 85-inch screen. But that's terrible. Like, why are you?
A Syracuse Boston College ticket price? Damn.
So what do you guys feel about this? Like, does it kind of bug you? Because like I know we're all sports fans. Pat, you're going to the game on Friday tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Like,
Yeah, I'm
What do
gonna
you
be
guys
fucking
think?
pissed if there's load management. Play the damn game.
Yeah, you're getting paid $40-50 million a
Yeah.
year. Play the
These are-
fucking game.
And these are guys who are literally in the best shapes of their lives and
Correct.
probably the best shape of any basketball player in any decade.
Correct.
Play the damn game. I don't care about load management. It's fucking February. Like, play the game. It's not even All-Star break. Play the game. I don't care about playing healthy or whatever. If you're good to go, good to go.
Right.
No load management. That's stupid.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. You are a professional athlete. If you do not have yourself in a good enough shape to be able to play a kids game every night, then you shouldn't be in the league.
I go to work sick, man. I want to see you dribble
right.
a ball healthy.
If you have been
Very true. Very true.
you have been blessed with God-given talent and athleticism and height and the opportunity to play
That's
Height.
key.
and the ability to be paid, like you said, millions of dollars to play a kids game.
These guys are the baby era of the
Right.
NBA.
They're
If
the most skilled. They're the most skilled, but there's a lot more skill than there ever has been in the league. But you're right, Pat. It's crazy because and that's the one excuse I said is these guys pump $1 million plus into their body every offseason and throughout the year to make sure that they're right. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Like, why aren't you playing? Oh, I'm tired. Why the fuck are you playing?
I'm tired
basketball?
every day.
You get to play basketball for a living. Like, and I guess that's one thing that we miss with Kobe. I mean, granted, Kobe's last year was, there was a lot of load management in his final year, which is also why I hate the farewell tours. But ultimately, like, Kobe never took a night off. If he was ready to go, he was playing.
Kevin
and
Garnett, same
Garnett,
type
like,
of animal.
You
right
were
there.
ready. Even if you had an injury, you're playing. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me why these guys are getting – and I get it, you're paying them $40 million, but that should be also a reason why you should be playing them. Like, you're paying them all this money. Shouldn't they earn it?
The comparison – just bring it back to me saying, like, this is the baby era of basketball. When you bring up Kobe Bryant, just the other night when LeBron James threw his temper tantrum over a clear foul that didn't get called.
Yeah.
It was a clear foul. It was still a tie game. You're going overtime. Can we see Kobe Bryant doing that? Can we see Michael Jordan doing that? No, they say, I'm going to score 20 points in overtime and whoop your ass because I didn't get that call.
I was going to say, for the example, and I know it's arguably for some people, not arguably for me, but arguably for some people, the best player ever. But Michael Jordan, the flu game, he was having to get IV fluid between quarters and at halftime just to stay awake, just to stay
That was
conscious.
an NBA Finals, though. I think that's a little different than a – but I get what you mean.
No,
I get what you mean.
I think he'd do it in the regular season too, though.
Exactly. The grit of those guys.
Right. I was just clarifying.
Game back then, it's nothing like this day.
His dad died. He played.
Yeah. There's no blood. There was no foul in those games.
It's just crazy to me because the NHL plays – okay, so I'll be totally blunt. The NHL plays the same amount of games, and NHL is harder than basketball. Yes. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Hands down. Like, and they're hitting each other. They're hitting each other, and it's proven with more force than an NFL hit. They're playing at a faster pace, and it's nonstop. And if you're ready to go, you're ready to go. There's no load management. The only load management is the goalies, and that's understandable because ultimately, you know what, they play pretty much. Vasilevsky for Tampa plays at least 65 to 70 games a year, and he's playing all freaking games. So I understand.
Yeah.
So, like, that's an understandable position, but not when you have all these media time. And Jim Boeheim said it perfectly one time. He's like, why? He goes, do you think playing these guys 40 minutes a game is too much? He goes, there's 6 media timeouts. He goes, then we have 4 or 5 timeouts of ourselves that we take at least throughout the game.
He's also talking about 18 to 20-year-olds.
Exactly. And then he goes, they're 18 to 20 years old. How tired can they be? And it's true. Like I get it, like schooling and
You're
stuff,
still
but
resting
like,
8 minutes.
but like
I mean,
all the,
when
all
I was
the-
in college, I slept through every class, so I was pretty tired myself.
yeah. So Jay, you're pretty quiet in the
As I was
corner. What
saying.
you think?
I'm listening.
It's not like you.
He's like, I love
listening.
load management.
I'm listening and I'm hearing a lot of they should. There's two sides to the story. If you're a season ticket holder, you don't give a shit because you can see anytime, any game. It doesn't matter to take a game off. You have 40 other opportunities to see the player you want to see or go to the game you want to see, right? But for us, the average fan who won't attend 40 games, and we're lucky to go once, far less twice, we're hoping that we hit the lotto when we go. And the lotto we expect to see is 100% of all the talent from those teams on the floor, because that's how that's the game we saw and we grew up with.
Right.
But there's the flip side to it where if I already know that I'm probably a shoe-in to make the playoffs, and I want to make sure that a player who has, for instance, like a Joel Embiid or an Anthony Davis, who has shown in their history that they're not liable to play 82 games and then play and go on a deep playoff run and give you 20 to 25 solid games, you have to think what's best for my team to win. And that's how GMs are, that's what GMs are paid for. How do you win the games that they're not paid to entertain the average fan? They are paid to win games.
I understand that.
You're saying that these teams that are shoo-in to be playoff teams, half the freaking league makes the playoffs.
Right. I mean, the
that's
playing
not
game.
Really saying much that, like you're shoo-in to play these teams that.
But that's the irony. The irony is Detroit and Houston aren't resting anybody because they're not going to make a playoff run. They're not playing 100 games. They're not playing.
They also don't have stars that people are going to go see.
Their players aren't playing over 82 games. They're playing 82, so they might rest one night.
So like
they know they're playing 82. Orlando's playing 82 games. There's teams we know they're playing 82 games.
So this goes back to the question: should the NBA lower their season and in the sense of games? And this is something I've been talking about probably for about 4 or 5 years now. When I've been watching NBA, it's like it's too long of a season. Okay, it's too long of a season, so make it 60 games. Make it the same length.
They will never though.
I know it's too much money they're losing out on there. But here's an idea. You're losing a lot of the average fan though. You are, because they're not a lot of the average fan, because all the people you see in the stands are people that are millionaires. Like you always see, and they're all given these seats. They ain't true fans. They're not. I mean, okay, yeah, Drake owns has a partial ownership in the Raptors, and he does go to a lot of the games. Good for him. But you know what? Drake is also worth $400 million and can afford season tickets. So why doesn't he have to pay for that? So that's my biggest thing, and that's what angers me, is because guys like us who would love to go to those games, who I would love to go on a Wednesday night to go watch the Heat play, but it's going to cost me $230 to go, and then it's going to cost me another $200 to $300 when I get to the game and go spend money there. And that's what pisses me off.
Here's a tip: get the nationally televised broadcast games, pick those tickets, and go, because they have TV contracts that say these guys cannot sit for these games.
Good call.
Boom.
Oh, good.
Unless injured, of course, and that's not.
Unless injured, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not. Yeah.
They're not sitting. They're out.
But all this stemmed from, ultimately, I read an article from Richard Jefferson, and he was talking about load management because he's part of the olden days of back with the New Jersey Nets and everything. He never sat out, and basically he was saying how his dad and mom were like blue collar workers and couldn't afford tickets to the game. So they finally, for 1 year for his birthday or Christmas, they bought him one ticket for him to go, and they dropped him off at the game because they couldn't afford a whole family ticket.
$5 in his pocket for a hot dog.
And he went to the game, and he said he couldn't imagine. His favorite player was David Robinson. He couldn't imagine if he wouldn't play, and it would have been heartbroken if he didn't, and probably would have ruined his love for basketball if he didn't. So it's not only us talking about it; it's these guys like Kendrick Perkins talking about it. It's Jalen Rose talking about it.
But bro, I think that story is a lie. Who in the frick had their favorite players? David Robinson and Jordan and Bird and Magic and
Richard Jefferson.
Sir Charles and yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
thought
just-
you were
I
gonna
mean, he
say-
grew up in Texas. What do you
I
mean?
thought you were gonna say who parents drops them off at an arena by themselves.
no, that too, like that too. It's like,
Like,
Well,
it
it
was
was
like
a different
Like,
time.
no, man.
yeah.
Well, he's like 12 years old. I mean, it's a real
14,
story. I mean, I
15.
literally listened to him like
Yeah.
talk about it, and it's true. Like it's, I mean, back.
Yeah,
I mean, we did.
like-
Let's be realistic. We did a lot of things without our
Edward
parents'
was a baller.
supervision when we were kids. I mean, let's be realistic.
Well,
But bro, even if look, people from California, their favorite player was Mike. Even though I mean,
Wait, just because your favorite player is not the star, my favorite player growing up was Shaquille O'Neal, and at the time, Kobe was like, but at the time, Kobe was, and I know that's still a big name, but Kobe at the time was still like the biggest name in basketball. So
I
like,
think Shaq was bigger.
he's bigger, taller, yeah.
We're both right. We're
taller
both right.
around. Like,
holler.
But
No,
I mean, I just think it's ridiculous, honestly, and I don't think a lot of people still tune into the NBA Finals until the end of the year. And one of the things I said that they should do is go to the football method, play once or twice a week.
Yo, Uncle Mike's cracking me up today.
I know.
That means I'll have like 25 games.
No,
bro.
honestly, like this is becoming a less uncommon thought amongst general
Full of
fans.
bums.
Wait, do the other one.
No,
Why?
Uncle Mike.
We
It's a
don't.
Go to
Netflix
bed.
series.
We don't condone that man's actions.
Yes, at all.
No, but seriously, like the general fan now is starting to like. I agree with what John said, where the general fan is starting to turn away from the NBA until the playoffs, if not just the finals,
Yeah.
because it's
They're
just not
soft.
exciting anymore.
They're not playing. They're not. It doesn't
Right.
seem like they're playing.
Why am I going to watch a game when the best players on either team aren't playing?
They should go to the NFL method and just go to one.
Did you guys see that stat? Since
What?
2019, Kevin Durant and LeBron James have not faced each other.
Yep.
Which is crazy. And how many times? But how many
there.
times have their
Right
teams
there.
faced off?
Right. I was saying, how many
Exactly.
At least
opportunities have
6
they
or
had to
7
play?
times.
each other?
Yeah, at least twice a year.
At least 6 to 7.
No, that I mean, obviously, injury played a factor for KD for a few of those years because he tore his Achilles, right? So it wasn't all load management for both those guys,
Right,
but
I mean,
But
You
still,
know,
you think
like-
at least once.
you think one time, and it didn't happen the other night because they just played the Celtics, so they didn't get to play against each other with
and
it.
his arm hurt from that foul.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. He should be ashamed of himself.
He's a bitch.
But I
Hey,
mean,
LeBron James.
Give me a chance. I suck at basketball, but I'll play every game. Be damn sure I'll play every game.
I can
And
throw
I'll
a
make
temper
sure my
tantrum
14-year-old
like
son
us.
comes to watch you play.
Yeah.
Mikey.
get your jersey. Okay, Austin Reeves.
Okay. I'm more of an Alex Caruso type of.
Yeah,
Like,
He
Okay.
can dunk.
Dunk it?
Can you dunk?
Can you funk it?
No.
no.
You ain't got no fucking chicken.
No, but I hit
Aw.
one in every 23
Look,
pointers.
Here's what we have to accept, though. This is not going to change.
No,
And it's
it's
not
not.
going to
That's true.
change because the value of players per game has gone up way too much, which makes it ridiculous because for a game you sat out, you still got paid $420,000.
Dude, they're
Like,
just
Right.
like a carton of eggs. The
No.
inflation just keeps going up. They're so
Yeah.
valuable.
Well, I guess all of us agree, but all of us know they will never change.
It's
But
not going backwards.
what will stay the same is our Stump the Squad.
You're right. It will stay the same.
Because we are Cinco Squad.
Uncle Mikey, Tony,
Don't ask what the
Luke,
fifth is.
favorite swimmer, and all the people who have joined us tonight. Thank you guys for making it as far if you had. We have reached our favorite point in the show. That is Stump the Squad.
The end.
You know how this goes, baby. 2 points per question. We pretend like we know everything. We're cheating. But we get it wrong on purpose just so you guys don't
Your
think we're
wallpaper's a
idiots.
clock.
Anyway, let's take it away this week. We're going to see who's got the rant of the week. I got a great rant. I hope I win this week. Gentlemen, I hope you're prepared and you'll just go off the fly because if you don't have confidence, then you got nothing in this life. So I'm going to take it to Pat in the hat in the medio in the middle. Pat, take us away.
And he
The
said middle in
question of
Spanish.
Stump the Squad this week is...
I'm Pat. Quick shout out. Jalen Hurts will get over 50 yards rushing. In the
That is
Super
not a
Bowl.
question. Move on.
I had to shoot that out.
You taking the over? You taking that bet?
I would take the over on that.
There you go, Tim, wherever you are.
Until he gets sacked 3 times or takes a knee and it goes down to 40.
That's the question.
They're going to win that easily. All right.
No, put Gardner in to kneel to end the game. No.
All right. My question for you fellas. Who has the most 50-point games among active NBA players? Is it A, that bitch I said earlier, LeBron James?
Relax.
B, Damian Lillard. C, James Harden. D, Steph Curry.
Who has the most 50-point games?
Among active NBA players.
LeBron, Dame,
Harden.
James
Harden. I want to say James Harden that is MVP or like I think he surpassed it. Like
he was.
I honestly want to.
He was ridiculous that year. Like
I want to say Dame though,
but I was about to say Dame as well. Like he's been the guy in Portland for so long. LeBron's had a lot of supporting cast.
Well, that
LeBron's had a lot of supporting cast, but he's been at like 45. I know 40s in the 40s. If this was 40s, I'd probably say LeBron.
I was gonna. That's what my thought was. Is that like if you were talking 40-point games, it's probably LeBron, and you'd think 50-point games would be LeBron. But yeah, he's. I mean, look at how many assists he has, and you imagine like a lot of guys have gotten like 30-point games out of him.
I'm gonna stick with my first one, Harden.
I'm gonna stick with my gut and go Dame.
I'm going Dame as well.
Locked in?
Yep.
I have successfully stumped Jamie and Mike. It was James Harden.
It was Harden and not freaking.
What's it at? What was he at? Like how many games?
That's like 18, I think, or maybe more. He might have more. Here's a fun stat to back that up, though. Dame just had his 4th game with 40 points and 10 rebounds, or maybe 5th in Portland, and that's more than everybody combined in the franchise of Portland.
Wow.
Right.
Even Clyde, huh? Okay. John, what you got?
All righty. So I got an Eagles question to support my boy down there in the corner.
Go Birds.
So to talk about rushing, the Eagles are the second team to rush for 30 touchdowns and reach the Super Bowl. Who was the first? Was it the Deadskins? Was it the Steelers, the Packers, or the Cowboys?
Oh, let's break this down.
No. Just answer the question.
Aikman wasn't, but Emmett doesn't have the single season rushing record.
Close to it though.
But it doesn't matter. It can be throughout the regular season and postseason too. But it's rushing touchdowns, not yards.
I'm talking touchdowns.
What was the second team?
So it's Redskins, Steelers, Packers, Cowboys.
I'll go Redskins.
Packers, Redskins.
It sounds wrong. Dead air is the best air.
I know.
Come on. 5, 4, 3. Mike, come on, let's go.
Yeah, Cowboys.
That's how I think about them too.
I know.
That's the friggin' Steelers.
That's what my answer was going to be.
We're locked in, and I have successfully stumped
the squad.
Jamie and Mike. It is the Washington Redskins with 30 touchdowns in 1983. In their 1983 run.
That's the exact year I was thinking about too, John. Thank you.
So
and thank you for telling me your question earlier. I'm just kidding. You didn't do that.
No, because I texted you and you left me on red. Well, moving on. Jamie, you're up next.
All right. So in recognition of Black History Month and first time ever we're going to see 2 black quarterbacks play against each other in the Super Bowl, gentlemen, can you let me know how many black quarterbacks have played in the Super Bowl in total? Is it 6, 8, 9, or 10?
Including this year or before this year?
Including this year. So that will have played or be played in a Super Bowl by the conclusion of this year.
6,
6, 8, 9, or 10.
6.
Well, statistically, I cannot answer
Nice.
what either of them did.
9.
Both of them are wrong. I'm going to go with 8.
Gentlemen, I have successfully stumped Pat and John. It is 8.
No.
Nice.
I stay alive.
And you asked the question, so you need people to get it wrong.
I need
So
all of you to get it wrong.
Bring us home. Well, I'm out of it.
What
I got
number am I
minus
thinking
4,
of?
so I'm done.
Okay. So I need you can get it right, Jamie.
I had such a good rant, and I was done. So damn it.
Okay.
Message it to me. I'll take it for you.
Jamie, if I win, you can rant. I
Nah.
never have a rant.
No.
We once again have a question courtesy of Uncle Mike.
Oh, Jesus, go
Yo,
find
my
your own.
favorite dude today, though.
The guy has his own stat boy. Come on.
What's his
Bullshit.
the start comment? Start
Hey,
the dome dog. He
It's a
got
team effort. You can't. Nobody wins championships
He
by
took it-
themselves.
He took his stone dog home with him.
So we're gonna take this to the diamond and go with baseball.
Baseball.
Right,
That's a
Bob.
hot topic right now.
In 1992,
Oh, it's recent.
Tony
Pat
Gwynn,
and I were born.
yes,
92, bro.
30 years
That's what I just
after
said.
Jamie was born.
30 years?
Yeah,
On my 30th birthday.
on his 30th birthday.
JV 77.
Sam, you're looking good for your age, man.
Thanks,
Don't let
bro.
it deter you.
What are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Tell us your secrets.
Drinking vinegar before I get it.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go drink vinegar. In 1992, Tony Gwynn had 571 plate appearances. How many times in that season did he strike out looking?
Strike out looking?
Looking.
Oh, what the fudge nuts.
Thanks, Uncle Mike.
I watched a lot of Padres game that year.
2, 3, 5, or 6?
3.
2, because this man swung at everything. 2.
Jamie said 2. John said 3.
Because I know he only struck out 12 times, so.
I also
Sure.
want to say 3.
No, I don't know. I'm just throwing a guess out there.
I want to say 3, and he argued with the ump every time. Boom.
Tony Gwynn?
I mean, I'm just hoping.
So, okay,
Right.
so Jay says 2, and you guys are locked in at 3.
Yeah.
I have successfully stumped Jamie.
God
was
damn
3.
it. I got everything wrong this week, and I was so looking forward.
He struck out 16 times that year.
So me and Pat are tied.
It's still
Yes.
nothing, man.
So someone's got to ask a question
Hold
for
on,
us.
I'll find one.
I got a tie break.
Okay.
Well, don't you have to ask Uncle Mike?
Oh, I should win. I got a rant. I got a rant.
I got a tie break.
I shouldn't win.
All right, so there we go.
I should win. I have a right.
That's it. As the previous champion, I'm deducting 2 points from John. Pat wins.
Yeah! Happy birthday, me.
All right, so I'm going to give you guys a two-way tiebreaker because you can get it right either way.
Okay.
All right, and since we spoke about the revival of a Brady Manning duo, can you name how many wins either quarterback had? They played 17 times. Can you name either way? You'll get it right, no matter which quarterback. How many wins did either quarterback have in the Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning head-to-head matchups? So
How
you could
many?
say Tom Brady's wins, or you could say Peyton Manning's wins, and you get it right.
I don't get how it's either right.
Because you can guess Tom Brady and Pat can guess Peyton Manning, and
if
if
one's right
whoever's
and one's
closer is the winner. So
All right,
so
they
you can have
played
a winner no
17
matter what.
times total.
Played 17 times.
17 times
Yes.
total.
All right, I'll go with Peyton Manning. 5.
I'll go Tom. They played 17 times. I want to say 12.
Shit, both of you guys are one off. It's Tom 11, so Peyton Manning.
Yeah, we're good.
All right,
Yeah, we're doing well.
One more real quick. I
All
got
right.
one, Mikey. Can you
Dude,
name?
I'm on fire, man.
Can you name where?
We're
What?
never this good. Never.
Where do the Sacramento Kings currently sit in the Western standings as of tonight? Where do the Sacramento Kings currently sit in the Western Conference standings as of tonight?
9th.
Ninth. Where you at, Pat? They
Hold
are
on.
third. They are third.
I was gonna
in the
say
West.
third. I was gonna say third.
With 3 games in hand on the 4, 5, and 6.
I was gonna say third. I was like, dude, that's way too
The
good.
Sacramento
for the
Kings
Kings.
might be back, and that's what
Let's
my rant was
go.
going to be.
That was gonna be a
It's
rant.
week 44 champion.
All right, let's go. I feel
Ernie
good.
Davis, baby.
Ernie Davis. Oh shit.
Can we get a ding or what? Can we get a little ding, 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 ding?
I don't have one.
I'm sorry. I don't think
Love
for
it.
myself. My apologies.
And the Eagles' victories keep on flying in.
Hey, fly Eagles, fly, baby. My rant
sing
is
the song
actually
for
not
your rant.
Eagles.
Oh, sorry.
John, shut up. This is my rant.
Sorry.
Cool.
Hostile.
I got a rant of tickets that are going on because I'm trying to buy Syracuse Boston College tickets. It's my birthday weekend. I was so stoked to see a Celtics game for the first time. I've never seen a Celtics game, let alone be in Boston and watch a game at home, and they're rolling. And I said, what are the freaking chances that Syracuse is going to be there the same weekend? Boom. Saturday, February 4th, playing Boston College, Chestnut Hill. Let's go. Tickets went up from $11 to $90 for the same freaking seats.
What?
How? How does this happen in today's
The
society?
after-sale market is crazy.
You
It's
people
terrible.
who buy your tickets and resell them for astronomical prices. I'm just traveling to Boston trying to see my little hometown team play in your nice little gym in Boston College. And you guys are overselling the shit out of this. I'm pissed. I might not even see the game. It's going to be cold as shit. Syracuse sucks anyway, but that's besides the point. Bring the prices down. I want to pay $11, man. That's my rant. I'm so happy I won.
Here's the irony. Would you be also cheering for the Eagles if you went to that game on Saturday?
Nah. Eagles don't fly in Boston, baby.
They just sit there.
They just sit there.
They just take a dump in Fenway.
Go try that.
Fenway. Take a dump.
Well,
in
Pat,
Fenway.
congrats on your win.
Listen, man. I never come prepared for a rant. I found one in the
Pat's
way.
moving on up.
Pat is week 44 champion.
When's the last time Pat won? Is that his first one since week?
No, he won twice already this year.
Twice. This
Yeah,
year.
so that's his third win. That's Pat's
Shit.
third win.
But he won he won 2 weeks ago. He's on a roll this year.
He's on a roll.
It's Pat's year, baby.
So-
Eagles Super Bowl. Panthers playing in Syracuse. It's Pat's year.
Well, boys, it was a great show. Had a lot of fun. Tune in next week before our Super Bowl episode, as we will be discussing our Eagles versus everyone else's Chiefs.
Let's go, Cats. We got you.
Hope everyone-
down. Let's beat those Gators.
For some reason, every time I do my outro, everyone wants to talk.
Come on, you Cats. Go, Cats.
Follow us on.
So what
Our
I'm saying,
socials.
That's what it is. Outro is just talk over.
All right, everyone, have a good night. Talk to you. See you next Thursday. Bye.